Now we review the 2024 film, Never Let Go. Are you letting go? Don't let go! I told you never let go! Ladies and gentlemen, I have finally seen Never Let Go, the new Halle Berry film. And the new Halle Berry film, Never Let Go, is about, if you've seen the trailer or are familiar, it is about three people, a mother and two sons, living in a house in the woods. I'm not even gonna, I don't know what the definition of a cabin is, but it's not that rustic. They have a full bath. Anyway, so they're living in a house in the woods, and they can't go any further than a rope permits them to. They are all tied to the cabin, and this defines how far they're allowed to go, because the mother says there is an evil in the woods that only she can see that destroyed the world, and their only way of being safe is to stay connected to the house. So they are tethered to this house. They can only go so far into the woods to do things like grow food and so on and so forth. So that's your basic premise. Now, for every 1,000 subscribers I get, I do purchase one of these bracelets from 4Ocean, and 4Ocean then pulls a pound of trash out of the ocean every time I do that. I am trying to make the world better, and I need your help. It's an expensive process, and I mean, we all need to get together and deal with this, okay? Don't be the evil in the world. Help me out here. Let's make it better for you and I. Anyway, so this is a very tight movie. Its use of music is excellent. There are very few special effects. As a horror film, it is an extremely low body count. This is almost a siege movie, and a siege movie is like Night of the Living Dead, where they're trapped in the house. In this movie, they are trapped in a different way, but it's one of these things. And I'm just going to have to say that it seems like everybody who was watching this movie walked out of it, because, I mean, Jeremy Jahns is sitting there saying, well, it doesn't give you a definitive answer, was the evil real? It gives you an answer. I mean, the answer is there. It may not be a satisfying answer, but the answer is there. I don't want to give away what that answer is, but, what you see of the evil, it's like most of the movie, you're asking yourself, is the evil really out there, or is Halle Berry's character just a schizophrenic, And we see characters from her past who come up and, apparently are her seeing the evil, and only she can see it, the children can't. So there's that dynamic that, we only have her word to go on, and really the most horrifying part of this movie was the family drama, which absolutely disturbed me. I mean, it brought back terrible memories of my own. I was truly horrified by this film. Now, that is probably because of my closeness to that kind of material, the mistrust that you see. This is a film based on the concept of somebody being mentally ill. And one of those things about mental illness is this is where we get these concepts. I mean, if you look at a lot of movies, it's like, why is the demon messing with them? Well, the demon is messing with them because it has to break them down mentally. Or there's something breaking them down mentally, and they're seeing more and more disturbing images because of that. It's that middle line. And I will say this much, that this movie is incredibly well acted. There are scenes in this that really are upsetting. I mean, I will tell you this much. This movie doesn't have a lot of gore, doesn't have a lot of special effects. I know people who would not be able to watch this movie. okay, because of the things that happens. I don't want to give any of that away, but once again, makeup in this movie, absolutely excellent. Story's a little on the dumb side. I'll grant you that. I mean, one of the things about this movie is that these people obviously don't know the universal plant edibility test, which is weird because they know how to harvest edible bark, which is a thing. There is parts of like pine trees, you can eat the wood, but you can also eat other parts of the tree. You can eat the leaves, I believe. And there's a way to tell. You could go to any plant in your backyard. There's a way to tell whether that plant is edible or not. And spoiler alert, most plants are actually edible. I mean, somebody once asked the question on the internet, why can't we eat grass? The answer is yes, we can eat grass. It doesn't provide a lot of nutrition. And there are grasses that will kill you if you eat them. But if you want to walk out and chow down on a piece of your lawn, it's not going to hurt you. And it's better than no food because you'll at least alleviate the pain of an empty stomach. So there are things there, you know. There are points to understand. Although one of the big issues with this movie, of course, is that they don't seem to understand how large a garden would need to be to feed 3 people. And it's like, okay, yeah, you know, they're basically hunter-gatherers, but in order for them to be hunter-gatherers with that tether, which is not very long, you know, you would really need to have an excellent setup. And I mean, it's like, you know, if that were the thing, you would have crops growing everywhere. You would have edible trees or anything you could consume growing everywhere. There wouldn't be an area that's clear in front of your house. You would be planting because you are so limited on space. Every inch of that house would be devoted to survival. So that's a negative there. And I mean, look, this is a horror movie, and a lot of them are kind of dumb. So this is an issue with this film, is that there are large holes in the plot, okay? But I will say that for someone like me who understands these holes in the plot, yeah, okay, it's glaring and it's annoying. And for somebody who doesn't understand these things, yeah, this film is probably going to be pretty scary. Now, I looked it up, and this film initially was getting good reviews. Those reviews are sort of going down. It is certified rotten on Rotten Tomatoes. I am going to have to say that primarily people are disliking this film probably because it's upsetting, not because it's bad. So, I mean, it's upper middle of the watch list, not top of the watch list, not top 25% of the watch list, but just above the upper middle. I mean, this film is basically getting a D- from audiences. Well, no, it's getting an F from audiences, but a D- from critics on Rotten Tomatoes. It is not doing well, so I think this is probably a film that's going to age well, but then do understand it is a low-budget, tightly shot film that a lot of people, if you're a filmmaker, look at this film. This is how you do tightly shot, low-budget films. And as another point to make, I also read the wiki page before I came out here to do this review, and guess what? A prequel has been greenlit and written, and a sequel has been greenlit and written. So we have not seen the last of these characters. So yeah, I mean, if you're into horror movies, I would say definitely go watch this movie. If you're not into horror movies, I would give this a pass. It's kind of right on the fence. As I say, may age well. You don't need to see this in theaters. but the creepy atmosphere and the inability to stop the camera or stop the movie when it gets too tough may actually enhance the experience or may horrify you more. So yeah, like I say, not the best horror movie in the world, not going to go down in history as an incredible horror movie, but a tight, well-shot film with a upsetting and horrific plot, even if there are some holes in it. Anyway, that's just my opinion, and I'd love to hear yours down in the comments below. I, of course, am Richard.
Greetings, humans! It's your old pal Randall the Rat again, and I'm taking a break from eating your delicious face to remind you to comment, like, and subscribe. And why should you do that? Well, for one thing, see this bling here? That awesome, isn't it? Yeah, got a dragon on it. This is what you get if you go to the Conqueror and start the Great Wall of China Challenge. Yeah. Walk long enough, bike long enough, you can plant 5 trees and get this awesome necklace, which the owner of this channel, Richard, has done for you, because he wanted to plant 5 trees and get an awesome necklace. And for every 1,000 subscribers he gets, he also buys a bracelet from 4Ocean, and they pull a pound of trash out of the ocean. So the more money he has, the more of these challenges he buys from the Conqueror, and the more trees he plants for you. So if you comment, you like and subscribe, he can buy more bracelets, pull more trash out of the ocean, and plant more trees. Isn't that awesome? Shouldn't you be doing that then? Be smart. Click that like button, or I'll eat you. Might eat you anyway. You look delicious.